get a better camera?
Yeah, it's in focus now.
Alright.
I'm so tan.
Because you're half black.
We're going to talk about the Carnival series, like I promised in my last video. It's something that means a lot to us, that before we were together, it kind of had like something between us, and
the way we knew each other was because her best friend was my roommate. Well, her best friend was dating. Her best friend was my roommate.
yeah.
So that's how we met, blah, blah, blah. They were borrowing the Carnival series from someone. And
Was it Adam? Wasn't it Adam?
yeah. Leah and I, everyone else was asleep. Of course, we were awake, doing what we did. And we had both kind of seen them watching it and thought, oh, this looks cool. We thought that it was a series kind of based on Todd Browning's Freaks.
Yeah, so either way it would have been cool if it wasn't just Freaks. It would be awesome.
Yeah, we thought that it was just a series about a carnival sideshow. Fucking kick-ass.
But it ended up turning out to be a lot more than what we thought it was going to be.
We sat down to watch one episode and we got more interested in each other, so it was like, okay, cool. We always kept it in our minds. It's like, yeah, we need to see that. We would see the series, be like, oh, we need to grab that. Never did. Well, we're big fans of Oz.
Yes, Oz is very good.
And we decided to go through an Oz phase, just watch all 6 seasons again. And we're watching them. And
Go Beecher! ABC is scary.
Yes, very.
Saeed is strange.
I always liked the O'Reilly brothers.
O'Reillys are the best.
Yeah. But we got done with it. We were done with it, and it's like, damn, it feels like we went through a journey with these people, blah, blah, blah. And I got the idea. I'd always wanted to see Deadwood. I love Westerns, always. And I'd heard about Deadwood, and I was like, I gotta check this out. Well, I downloaded, we're pirates,
With my eye patch!
Yeah.
Arr, matey! We
downloaded.
matey!
Really?
Yes, keep going.
Anyway, we downloaded
I love the song.
Deadwood, and we just weren't feeling it. Went on there, saw it was only 2 seasons, saw that it abruptly ended, yada yada.
So we were hesitant at the beginning to even try this.
For those of you that don't know, Carnival was a series on HBO.
It was supposed to run for like 6 seasons.
Yeah, it was supposed to.
It only ended up going 2, but I'm kind of grateful for that also.
For those of you that are hesitant about watching it, I'll go ahead and say it. Watch it. Download it, buy it, whatever the hell you have to do, watch it. It's an amazing series that you'll watch it, and by the 4th or 5th episode, if you aren't hooked, I guess you're done. It's obviously not your thing.
Okay, we downloaded it, so we basically saw it before we got the box set. But the box sets come like this. They're really cool. Sorry about the light. This is what, the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the first one. It comes like a little red. It kind of looks like a book. It looks really cool. Has the cool little Ferris wheel right there. It opens up. Has a little bit of some quotes. Yeah, like that's really cool. From every episode, they have quotes about it. I'll leave you a link if you want to look. And it ends up having how many discs? Has 6 discs to a season, and every disc has 2 episodes. So that's how it is. It's like what, like $25-$30?
No, not even.
Not even $25-$30 for a whole season of something like this. And we have the other one too. It's the same thing, same concept. Has the actually it's the tree, which is really significant in the series. But it's still like kind of binding, like kind of looks like a book. Still has the same amount of quotes on the inside and the same amount of discs and episodes. So yeah.
It was the whole idea of the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl is the buffer point. The Great Depression and everything is the buffer point between World War I and World War II. A lot of the scenes in Carnival take place. A lot of the things going on, the storyline going on in Carnival, a lot of it originates due to things that happened during World War One.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And if you watch it and you understand that they were supposed to go 6 seasons, I personally believe that they would have included the rise of Hitler. The atomic bomb is definitely a big part of it.
They hinted to that big time.
All sorts of things about world. I really believe they would have incorporated World War II into it. The whole idea of the Dust Bowl Daniel now uses is that the devil came to Europe and brought World War I, and then being chased by an angel of light, he came to America. And the devil's arrival in America created the Depression and the Dust Bowl, and that right there is just whoa. That's really cool. Really, in the Carnival mythology, it is Avatar and Avatari, which I believe it came from what Hindu mythology is where it originates. I'm not sure, but meaning Avatar meaning God made flesh. I know in the Hindu mythology it was the whole idea of beings of heaven coming down to earth. So the whole idea of Christ or, fucking any kind of angel that come down to earth and was a human, any kind of saint or anything like that, that was God made flesh, aka Avatar. And that's what they're known as in Carnival. They're Avatar. You have the Avatar of Light, which is Ben. You have the Avatar of Darkness, which is Brother Justin. Brother Justin is played by
Clancy Brown.
She loves him. Clancy Brown, as many of you will know of him from, was the Kurgan in the original Highlander. Fuck yeah. He was also the badass fucking guard in Shawshank Redemption. He does a lot of voice work. He was actually, if you played God of War 3, he was the voice of Hades. He is the voice of Lex Luthor.
Actually, there's Lex Luthor and the whole Superman thing. But
comics.
It was weird because when we were big into the Carnival thing going on, I actually had dreams about God of War 3. I'm obsessed with God of War. I love PlayStation games, and I've been obsessed with God of War for years. And I've been obsessing about it, and I was having dreams of God of War and Carnival, and it's strange that Clancy Brown was in both, and so was Ruthie, which is an actress that plays in Carnival. I'm not sure her name.
Andrea Barberu.
I'll put her right here. It's gonna be right here.
Yeah.
She also was in it. So she played Hera in God of War 3, and she just plays Ruthie in Carnival. So it's kind of weird that I had dreams of the same characters in two movies that would mean something to me. But anyway, like we're saying.
Cirque de table. We need a new Ethernet cable. I don't believe that's doable. Come on, people. This is America, home of the eagle. So Ben Hawkins, the series actually starts off, the very first episode starts off with him. The carnival finds him as he's burying his mother, and the bank is trying to demolish his house. They pick him up. He stays with them, and pretty much the first episode is him seeing all the freaks. You have the lizard man, who is really, he has a really weird accent. He's completely head to toe
scaly.
Scaly.
It looks like friggin' eczema.
Yeah.
Major.
There is Siamese twins.
Yeah, you don't really see too much of them. They're just background.
Yeah,
it's weird. I love how they do that in Carnival, that the main freaks are the back note to people like the Dreyfus family, which is a bunch of basically they're the cooch dancers. They dance, they get naked, and they end up fucking people who have the money for them. Basically, they're prostitutes and whores, basically. And they're big main freaks of the whole freaking series, basically. Also, you see a lot of Ben, you see a lot of Justin, you see some of Iris.
So Ben gets picked up by the carnival, and it shows him going around. The first episode is pretty much him, obviously being introduced, seeing the carnival, seeing the members, stuff like that. Cool side note: there's a couple of cameos by Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley, yes. If you guys know him from Devil Rejects, House Corpses, Vampire DVD,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah, tons and tons of other movies. He's a very good actor as well.
Ben ends up finally talking to Samson. Samson is a... what's the politically correct term?
He's a little person.
He's a little... Is he a midget? Words are like bullets. Ben meets Samson. Samson is a really cool character.
Very dynamic. But Samson is so like at first he's just a nice guy and he's you know he's a little bit different and whatever. He's running the show, but by the second season he's a fucking badass. You don't mess with Samson. He might be that big, but he can fucking kick your ass, you know. And like you don't even see his size or his disability after like a couple episodes.
Samson is, for all intents and purposes, the ringleader. He runs the show. He answers to management, which you don't really get to meet until later, but a lot of the carnies don't think there really is a management, but because of Samson, you begin to understand that management is a very powerful source.
But that's not until like the second season. The first season, you doubt even yourself that there's management.
Yeah, the only every once in a while, Samson will look at an empty curtain and say like, "What are you doing?" or something like that. But even you don't like she said. Even you begin to doubt yourself. Maybe Samson's crazy. You don't know. The carnival is over on one side of the country, so to speak. Brother Justin is on the other end in California. When you first meet him, he's just your typical Methodist preacher.
Yeah.
The biggest thing with Brother Justin is at first you start to see that he's a preacher, very devout. He has a power of showing people their sins.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you know he has this power. There's this evil outline around him. Ben is, as Samson says in the prologue, the most reluctant of saviors. He's the avatar of light. And he doesn't want to. Loge tries to get him to indulge in his powers, but he's scared of it. He doesn't know what it is. For the longest time, he was told that he was evil because of it. Yes. You know? He was told he was filth, he was evil, that is evil. God keeps its own. And he learned to suppress it. And the entire mission is for Ben to realize his full potential. The mission is actually all being carried out by probably my favorite character, Management. Now, Management's a really strange character because, as we were saying, during pretty much all of the first season, you don't see Management until the very end. And going back to the God of War reference, Management is voiced by Linda Hunt, who did the voice of Gaia in God of War 2.
And it's strange. It's a male actor in Carnival that plays Management, but it's a female voice by Linda Hunt. And the whole point of that was to be ambiguous. You know how angels can sometimes be, you don't know if they're female or male. It's kind of like that thing. You know, you saw him, he looked like a male, but he had a female voice, you didn't know. But someone of that kind of power is supposed to be kind of ambiguous. So it kind of fit perfectly. You know?
An avatar of light. And where there's an avatar of light, there's an avatar of darkness. Darkness was played by... The avatar of darkness was
Scudder.
Henry Scudder. Scudder, you come to find out, especially in the episode of Babylon, which is probably one of our favorite episodes.
Yeah, Babylon.
Babylon and the episode after it, Pick a Number, which is still connected with Babylon. You start to learn that Scudder is, in and of himself, an extremely badass character. Apparently, he just has the power to destroy entire cities. He's murder. He's rage. He's everything, and you know that there's something about this character that isn't right. Most of the time, Samson gives away the truth about about a character, but it's all done through dialogue, through remembrances, yada yada. In Carnival, they take a lot of the mysticism of Christian mythology.
Yeah.
And it's not so much everything of the Christian context, it's just kind of some of the mythology. The ending. That's what we wanted to talk about. A lot of you are really maybe turned off at the fact of starting a series and knowing that it'll end abruptly. It does. There are a few questions that are kind of left unanswered. Once again, without getting into it.
Yeah, there's not too many questions that are left unanswered.
Yeah.
It's like, what would happen next if there was another season instead of, what the fuck?
Leah described it as the same way when she watched The Stand, Stephen King's The Stand.
Yeah, The Stand. If you guys ever watched that, it's pretty cool too.
Yeah. Pretty much the ending is, we cannot say enough. Watch the ending. They did, like, 6 seasons would have been too much. It would have ruined the integrity of the entire series. Probably about one, maybe 2 more seasons. Probably better if, like, 1 in a movie.
Oh, yeah. Just check it out if you would like to. If not, then just take this review for what it is.
If you don't like it and you don't like what we have to say about it, then whatever. Like I said in the beginning, this is America, home of the eagle.
Bye, guys.